Ooh, now here's a good one. Symptoms. That's right. Googling your symptoms. Never, ever, ever do this, man. You're not a medical professional. You don't know what's going on. You don't have the context or the experience to diagnose yourself with something. That's how you think you've got like an incurable, like life-ending disease, but it's like, no, you have a head cold. Like, you're like, oh my god, like this mark showed up my body, it must mean I'm cursed and I'm going to die in 5 years. No, it's just part of aging. Never Google the symptoms. My gosh, you're just like, you're gonna get surgery, you're gonna have cancer. Go see someone. Talk to a medical professional. Don't be what's the word? Someone who thinks they have like everything. They've got all the illnesses. Every time somebody else tells them about like an illness, like, oh, I've got that. Hypochondriac. Bow. Crocodile. Oh no. Isn't that oh wow. Vice did a documentary on this, right? Am I mixing this up with bath salts, or is crocodile and bath salts interconnected? Are they the same thing? I don't know. The street name for desomorphine, a morphine derivative of powerful opioid effects, has been used as a substitute for heroin in Russia and Ukraine. The side effects of the often illegally produced drugs include toxic substances, which can cook the skin or cause large-scale tissue infection or damage in the injected area. It's known as a flesh-eating drug. Yowza. I mean, I guess, like all hard drugs are gonna get you there someday, where your body will not function the way it used to. You know, even the soft ones, let's be real, use it enough. But boy howdy, if it's cooking the skin at the injection site while you're using it, that's raunchy. Oral thrush, also called oral candidiasis, is a condition where the fungus Candida albicans accumulates on the lining of your mouth. Normal organism in your mouth, but sometimes it can overgrow and cause symptoms. Creamy white lesions on your tongue or inner cheeks. Sometimes oral thrush can spread to the roof of your mouth, your gums, or your tonsils, or the back of your throat. So good and tasty. Hello everybody and welcome back to Top 10 Central Dark, your place for all things horror. I'm your host Keegan Hughes, and today we're taking a look at scary things you should never Google, part 2. Don't Google them. I'm Googling them today, and most of the time I regret it. Let's get to it. Here's a good one, the Uncanny Valley. I love the Uncanny Valley. I don't think it's mined enough. These days, I think the peak Uncanny Valley was when like CGI wasn't very good yet, and like people tried to make like photorealistic humans and like failed. That space between human and not human. That's why so many, like Toy Story did well. That's why even Toy Story had some Uncanny Valley moments. Any sort of animal animation was fine for a while, especially over like something that was supposed to be a human. Because the human's not moving right, it is not moving right. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a graph. Bring up the Uncanny Valley graph, please. I don't have it on me right now, but boy do I love it. I miss the good old days of Lawnmower Man. Bring back terrible CGI. I'm tired of seeing this photorealistic nonsense. Come on. Oh yeah. Now this seems like a Photoshop to me. It's like I don't know what that is, but it's definitely not in anybody's skin at the moment. Let's see what we have to say about trypophobia today. What's the actual definition? It's the fear or disgust of closely packed holes. Feel queasy when looking at surfaces out of small holes gathered close together. The head of a lotus seed pod or the body of a strawberry could trigger discomfort in somebody with this phobia. Absolutely. I mean, I don't fully relate to this, but I get it. Like, it's not natural, all those holes, you know? I'm trying to think of something that would like really cause like some trypophobia. I mean, maybe like a coral plant. A sponge? Would a sponge cause trypophobia? Obviously those lotus seed pods, people Photoshop those into everything. It's like, look, it's a bunch of like eggs laid in someone for a spider. It's like, no, it's a lotus seed pod and a close-up picture of a finger. But hey, I think there is something that like lays eggs like that. Maybe there's a frog out there that has a bunch of holes in its back for its eggs. I feel like that's a thing. Maybe I'm just making that up. Carbuncle. A cluster of boils, painful pus-filled bumps that form a connected area of infection under the skin. Ooh. I don't like carbuncle. Under the skin. Go see a doctor. Don't Google it. Go see a doctor. Show the doctor. They'll help you. No. No, thank you. Oh my goodness gracious. Degloving. That's an X-ray? I guess they can't really show degloving on YouTube. That's pretty nasty. Also known as avulsion, when the top layers of your skin and tissue are ripped from the underlying muscle, connective tissue, or bone. Common in the legs, but it can be anywhere. Degloving injuries are often life-threatening. Yeah, seriously, you just lose all the skin. Like, degloving, it's like taking a glove off, right? Your skin is your glove. Zoop! Off, just exposed to the world. All the muscles and arteries and whatever else is in an arm. This one too. Holy mackerel. That is despicable. Love a good degloving scene in a movie though. Always very raunchy. Bukchar Massacre was an incident during the War of Dagestan, filmed and distributed on tape, in which Russian prisoners of war were executed. Throughout the war, Russian soldiers reported finding taped executions of Russian officers and men, an attempt to frighten enemy soldiers and advertise their deeds. Some videos were later sold as snuff films and ended up online. And I'm not gonna look too far into this one because I don't feel like watching a snuff film today. I don't want to watch real people die. That's just me though. A lamprey. Classic lamprey. I mean, why wouldn't I Google a lamprey? I want to see all those teeth. I want to think that every time I go swimming in a lake, I'm gonna get attached to by one of these things and it's gonna slurp up my blood. And then I'm gonna, lift it out of the water. You just see like a freaking lamprey on my arm. It'll be beautiful. Is it like a leech where it's like you have to like get it removed properly or else it could like leave something in you? I bet you it is. Look at those greasy little eyes. My goodness. These are an invasive species too, If you find a lamprey, it's probably not supposed to be there. Phew. Necrotizing fasciitis. Search in Google for necrotizing fasciitis. Necrotizing fasciitis is an infection caused by bacteria. It can destroy skin, fat, and the tissue covering the muscles within a very short time. The disease is sometimes called flesh-eating bacteria. When it occurs on the genitals, it's called Fournier gangrene. Necrotizing fasciitis is very rare but serious. I'm getting, I literally got a little shiver thinking about getting Fournier gangrene. No thanks. Nothanks. And I clicked images, and I probably shouldn't have clicked images. Okay. It's just gore. It's just a lot of gore. Don't Google that. Don't ruin your day. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you stick around for some bloopers. Always saying some questionable stuff. Stay safe out there. And if you Google specific things, you might have some authorities knocking at your door. So be careful. All right, let's round this out. Let's get it. Scary things to ever Google. Part 2. I think this lighting's the same, and I didn't change anything. Should be good. Boy. Oh. The side effects of the often illegally produced drugs include toxic substances. Hopefully this works. I mean, it should be fine. I feel like I've got like an okay amount of headroom up here. I was fighting with my camera for a bit. Apparently, I don't even know what was going on. The ISO was messed up. It was like trying to like auto balance me and I looked like a frickin' ghost. And now I just look sweaty. So, I don't know. We're fine. This is scary things you should never Google. This will be interesting. There's a lot of things that I'm gonna have to look up. But we'll do it anyway. Damn, I look really red today. Fix that in post, Just color balance it a little bit. Alright. Okay, because this text file doesn't give me, or it does, photos. I'm Googling it right now. And I'm gonna call it there. These are more funny than scary, but hey, Google them at your own risk. All right, well, those are some things you should never ever Google. Sorry, I'll try that one again.